Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ahlan wa sahlan. Welcome to this video, guys. My name is Liaquat. I hope you guys are having a fantastic day. Right, so this series is dedicated to helping you guys understand Mukhtasar al-Qudoori, which is a Hanafi text in Fiqh. If you guys are not familiar with the other videos that I've made, then please check them out. At the moment, we are going through the explanation of the chapters of Hajj. So, ثم يأتي مكة من يومه ذلك أو من الغد. غد means tomorrow, the next day. So غد, so next day, tomorrow. أو من بعد الغد. بعد الغد, after tomorrow, meaning the day after. يطوف طافت, you know what that means. طواف الزيارة, سبعة أشواط, we do know all this. سعى صفا عقيبة means after. This word has come a few times as well. Tawaf al-Qudum, we've done this as well. لم يرمل, ramal, we've done that. في هذا الطواف ولا سعي عليه وإن لم يكن قدمه. This is قدمه, right? So to bring forward, right? So to bring forward. ورمل في هذا الطواف يسعى بعده على ما قدمناه وقد حل له النساء. وهذا الطواف المفروض في الحج. مفروض means obligation. ويكره تأخير, delay في هذه الأيام. فإن أخر is the opposite of قدمه, to delay. And لازم الدم, dam becomes necessary. Now dam is a concept we're going to be talking about later, but it literally means sacrifice, to sacrifice an animal. وقال لا شيء عليه ثم يعود. يعود means to return. So again, this is a word that's come a few times. Mina يقيم بها. Let's just move it up. فإذا زالت الشمس من اليوم الثاني. يوم الثاني means the second day من أيام النحر. رمى الجمار الثلاث, the three jimars. We didn't talk about the jimar, which is that kind of stone, the wall that you throw at. يبتدئ, it means to initiate, start. ولا يلي, تلي, it means to be next to, one that is next. المسجد فيرميها بسبع حصيات. يكبر مع كل حصاة. يقف, to stand. يدعو, يرمي, all these words. Most of these words have all appeared anyway, so I don't think there's any really kind of point in me just going over them again. Right, so let's now have a look at the tarkeeb of it now. Right, so we're going to look at a bit of tarkeeb. Let's just zoom this in a bit. ثم يأتي مكة. يأتي is the fi'l. Right, so يأتي fi'l plus the fa'il. Makkah, as you guys know, is going to be مفعول به. من يومه ذلك أو من الغد أو من بعد الغد مضاف مضاف إليه. فيطوف بالبيت طواف الزيارة. This is طواف الزيارة is the مفعول مطلق. Right, so if you know what مفعول مطلق is, put it in the comments below. سبعة أشواط. سبعة أشواط, 7 circuits. مضاف مضاف إليه. فإن كان سعى, this is a verb, past tense, سعى يسعى. بين الصفا والمروة عقيبة, this is ظرف. طواف القدوم. لم يرمل. يرمل. في هذا الطواف this is بدل, المبدل منه. ولا سعي عليه وإن لم يكن قدم السعي. رمل في هذا الطواف. ويسعى, this is a fi'l. A lot of this is straightforward. بعده على ما قدمناه. وقد حل له النساء. نساء is the fa'il of حل, which is the fi'l. وهذا الطواف, again بدل مبدل منه is the مبتدا. هو المفروض, هو is ضمير الفصل. If you know what ضمير الفصل is, put it in the comments below. I want to see how many of you guys actually know what ضمير الفصل is. ويكره تأخيره عن هذه الأيام. فإن أخره عنها لازمه دام عند أبي حنيفة. Okay, as usual, عند is ظرف. So a lot of this by now, I think a lot of you guys are really familiar with إعراب and تركيب now. Are you guys? Let me know. لا شيء, لا نفي الجنس. ثم يعود إلى Mina. Mina, the vowel doesn't show because it's hidden. فيقيم بها فإذا زالت الشمس. Right, فاعل, فعل فاعل. من اليوم الثاني. ثاني is like قاضي اسم منقوص صفة of يوم. من أيام النحر مضاف رمى فعل الجمار الثلاث موصوف صفة. يبتدئ this is فعل يبتدئ فعل تلي ولا يلي so تلي المسجد فيرميها بسبع حصيات مضاف إليه يكبر كبر يكبر مع كل حصاة ويقف عندها ويدعو ثم يرمي التي تليها again تلي is a فعل فاعل مثل ذلك ويقف عندها ثم يرمي جمرة العقبة مضاف إليه becomes the مفعول به and this is the فعل فاعل. كذلك ولا يقف عندها فإذا كان من الغد رمى الجمارة الثلاثة بعد زوال الشمس كذلك. Alright, so let's have a look at the explanation of this. What is it basically saying? What's the kind of masala that it's explaining to us? So what you have over here is it's continuing on from where we talked about last time. So remember we said about the days, those days that we have. So you got like the 8th, 9, 10, 11, 12, and then possibly the 13th, right? Possibly if you're going to stay. So we're just going to be talking about what happens right up to here, right? And the rest we're going to leave it for next session. Okay, so let's have a look what exactly happens over here. So remember on the 10th, there are 4 things that have to take place on the 10th. So we said the stone, to slaughter, to shave, cut the hair, and then to do tawaf. Those are the things that are going to happen on the 10th. Now on the 11th, what happens, like if you remember, we said that you basically, okay, so like we said, so basically what you do is you are gonna, on this day, you are gonna go back to Mina. So let's say, for example, like this is Mina, and then you went to Arafat, and then from Arafat you went to Muzdalifah, and then from Muzdalifah you actually go and do the stoning routine now. So the stoning routine is basically like there's 3 stones, right? And it starts off small, medium, and big. These are called the Jamarat, right? The Jamarat. So what you have to do is you have to, on the first day after Muzdalifah, you go to the Jamarat. Remember, you do the stoning, but you only stone one. So you said that the Jamarat al-Aqaba, the big one. That's the only one that you stone. On the 11th and on the 12th, what you actually do is you have to, so you're going to stay, after you've done these things, you're going to stay in Mina, right? On the 11th and 12th, stay in Mina. And every day after Zawal, after the sun reaches the highest point in the sky. So this is, say, the day when the sun reaches Zawal. That's called Zawal. What we know as Zuhr time. So at Zuhr time, you are going to go from here and you're going to go and you're going to stone each one of these one by one with 7 stones. So 7 times 3 equals 49. So 49 stones which you have picked up from Muzdalifah, you're going to stone them. Sorry, no, 49. Why am I saying 49 for? You guys are probably thinking his maths is rubbish, and it is rubbish. My maths is extremely rubbish. So 21. 7 times 3 is 21. Now remember, he's already done 7 stones here, right? So on the 11th, he's got 21 stones, and then on the 12th, you're going to also do 21 stones. You're going to repeat the same act again. So 21 plus 7 is 49. So on day 11, right, that's what you do. Right, stone, and then all you do is just go back, stay in Mina, right, for the entire day. And then on the 12th, you're going to do exactly the same thing. Right, so on the 12th, you're going to come back, you're going to do times 7, 21, right, so that's the 12th as well. And your Hajj is literally done now. So at this point, you have officially done your Hajj. Right? You've officially done your Hajj. Okay, so this is everything. Now remember, the Tawaf over here, make sure you've done your Tawaf. Okay, this Tawaf is known as Tawaf Ziyarah. This is the one that allows you to have, intimacy with your spouse. Right? So at this stage over here, you're out of ihram, but you can't have intimacy with your spouse until you've done Tawaf Ziyarah. Ideally, you should do it on the 10th. Don't delay it. And that's what happens. Now, if you stay there for the 13th, we're going to talk about that next lesson, what happens. And you can check out my crash course on Hajj, and I explained it there. Right, so let's have a go at this then. So he says, ثُمَّ يَأْتِي مَكَّةَ. Right, so then the person comes to Makkah, مِنْ يَوْمِهِ ذَلِكَ, that day, أو من الغد. This is talking about the tawaf. Right, so you can do the tawaf on the 10th, that day, or ghad, the next day, or ba'd ghad, the 12th. Yeah, so if I write it over here, it might make more sense. Yawmihi means the 10th, min al-ghad means next day, means 11th, and ba'd al-ghad, 12th. Right, so that's your basic thing. فَيَتُوفُ بِالْبَيْتِ, so he does tawaf of the bayt. Right, so you're going to go to the Kaaba. So for example, let's just say the Kaaba is over here. Right, you're going to go there. You're going to do tawaf around the Kaaba 7 times. Okay. Tawaf Ziyarah, 7 ashwat, 7 times. Now, remember we said on the 8th, right? If you had done sa'i over there, بين الصفا والمرأة, aqiba, straight after Tawaf al-Qudum, lam yarmal, he doesn't have to do the ramal fi hadha tawaf. Wala sa'i, nor do you have to do the sa'i in this tawaf. Remember, if you watch that video, I explained over there, if you've done the rituals on the 8th, you don't have to do them on the 10th. Right, just the tawaf. وَإِن لَمْ يَكُنْ قَدَّمَ السَّعِي, but if you did not do the sa'i on the 8th, رَمَلَ, you have to do the ramal, which is, remember that movement. في هذا التواف, in this tawaf is talking about the 10th tawaf. Yeah. وَيَسْعَى, and you have to do sa'i between Safa and Marwa 7 times. عَلَى مَا قَدَّمْنَاهُ, according to the description that we mentioned earlier. وَقَدْ حَلَّ لَهُ النِّسَاء, and now at this moment, once you've done Tawaf Ziyarah, women have become halal for you, meaning you can have intimacy with your spouse. Now, it's an important thing to understand over here, which is هذا التواف, this tawaf, meaning which tawaf? This one. This is mafrood. This is the only fard Hajj you will have to do. Right? This is fard. Fard meaning your Hajj is not complete until you've done this. Some people, unfortunately, might just go home thinking, you know what, it's just too much rush, I'm not going to do the tawaf. No, you have to do it. And even a woman who is menstruating has to do this tawaf as well. So she waits until her menstruation finishes, and then later on she does it. So let's say, for example, her menstruation finished somewhere around here, right? Then she can do it over here. Okay. وَيُكْرَهُ تَأْخِيرُ, it's actually considered to be offensive to delay عن هذه الأيام. For a man to delay after these days is actually considered to be highly offensive, maybe even sinful. So if you have no valid reason, no, you can't do it. فَإِنْ أَخَّرَهُ, if a person was to delay, for example, over here, for some reason you didn't want to do the rush and you want to do it nice and peacefully, well, that's fine. You still have to do the tawaf, it's fard, but you also لَزِمَهُ الدَّمْ, you have to give dam, you have to give blood. Giving blood means you have to sacrifice a goat, right? An animal the size of a goat, you have to sacrifice that. This is according to Imam Abu Hanifa rahimahullah. Right, so he says that if anyone was to delay the Tawaf Ziyarah at this time, and normally talks about men really. If anyone delays, then you have to do it there. Sahibain, on the other hand, they say no, you don't have to. There is no dam upon him. Right, there is no dam at all upon the person who does this. Okay, so let's move down. Let me just move all of this as well. Just give me 1 second. No, one. Okay. That's the good thing about technology, guys. You can use it to explain things and make your life extremely easy. All right, so let's go down to this one then. Right, so as you can see over here, what's going to happen now? So he says, ثُمَّ يَعُودُ إِلَى مِنَا فَيُقِيمُ بِهَا. Right, so now after you've done, it's going back to day 11, yeah? So we're on day 11. Once you've done this 3 stoning, right? So you've done the 3 stoning over here. So let me say over this one. فَإِذَا زَالَتِ الشَّمْسِ, right? On the second day, so day 12, من اليوم النحر, يوم النحر is the 10th, remember. يوم النحر. رمى الجمار الثلاث, you stone the three stones, the 3, like we said, Jamarat, right? You're starting off the one that's closest to the mosque. The mosque is talking about, there's a small little mosque over there. And it's basically the mosque which you'll see it straight away, right? It's not the Masjid al-Haram. It's just there's a little mosque over there, and that's the mosque that you start with. So the first one that's closest to the mosque, you stone that one first. Now, actually, if you go there now, there's actually these big pillars there now. In fact, I'll just show you in a bit what the pillars actually look like. Let me just find one for you, just to show you guys. Okay, so can you see this? This is what they look like now. So over here, people throwing, you can see them. These are the 3 walls. Now, in the past, they used to look like this, right? But now they've actually made it really structured now, right? So now it's like indoors. It's like a massive car park. All these people are going towards there. Yeah, so these are the 3 Jamaras. Yeah, the Sughra, the Wusta, the middle one. If I see this, you can see this better. Yeah, Sughra, Wusta, and the large one. And then people throw stones going here, and that's it basically. So you can see it's easy to be able to see all this. And in fact, if you actually, I'm not going to show you now, but if you can actually go into Google, YouTube, you can actually see more of this in detail. فَيَرْمِيهَا بِسَبْعِ حَصَيَاتٍ. So 7 stones. يُكَبِّرُ, he should do takbir. Every time you go to one of them, you do takbir. So you go Allahu Akbar, Allahu Akbar, like that. مَعَ كُلِّ حَصَاتٍ, with every stone. وَيَقِفُ عِنْدَهَا, and at every stone you stop and you make dua, yad'u. Right, so you go to the first one, stop, stone, do 7 stones, and then make dua to Allah. ثُمَّ, then, يَرْمِي الَّتِي تَلِي, the one next to it. Right. مثل ذلك, similar to that. وَيَقِفُ عِنْدَهَا, and you stop and make dua. ثُمَّ يَرْمِي جَمْرَةَ الْعَقَبَةِ, then the big one, you stone that one. Right. كَذَلِكَ, and likewise. However, you don't stop here. عِنْدَهَا, don't stop. Carry on. Go back to Mina and stay in Mina now. You're going to stay in Mina for the whole day. Sorry, it's the 12th, isn't it? So you can stay there until Asr, and then you set off, you go. فَإِذَا كَانَ مِنْ الْغَدْ رَمَى الْجِمَارَ الثَّلَاثِ. If it's the next day. So, alright, so, okay, so let's go back here. I think I made a mistake over here. Where it says, فَإِذَا زَالَتِ الشَّمْسِ مِنْ يَوْمِ الثَّانِي. يوم الثاني is actually talking about this one. Okay, 11th day. My mistake. This is the second. This is the first day. This is the second day. This is the third day. And this is why these texts get a bit confusing when people read them. So Yawm al-Thani is actually talking about day 2. Activities on day 2. So you stone all of them on day 2. And then the next day, yeah, Ghad, over there, that's actually talking about this one. Yeah, the third day. So he says, on the second day you do this activity, you simply just do stoning after the, this Zawal. Right, that's correct now. Rama al-Jima, he throws the stone at the 3 walls. بعد زوال الشمس كذلك, likewise, in the same manner, same fashion. And that's it basically. So if I was to summarize this, it's very, very straightforward. You make sure that on the 10th, right, which is the first day, you make sure that you have done your 4 activities, including the Tawaf. Make sure you've done your Tawaf. After you've done this, go to Mina, stay in Mina. In Mina, you basically are all you're going to do there is just stone. What do you do for the rest of the day? You chill out, you read Quran, you do dhikr, maybe you talk to your friends, and then stone the 3 stones after Zawal. And then on the 3rd day, which is the 12th, you're going to do whatever you did the previous day. Stone the 3 stones with 7 stones each, and that's it, done. And if you were to delay the Tawaf after this, it's allowed, but it's considered makruh, right? And Imam Hanifa even says, if you don't have a reason, you have to slaughter an animal. Sahibain say you don't have to slaughter an animal. Now, what about a menstruating woman? If there's a menstruating woman, she actually can delay without any dislike, because she's obviously not allowed to enter the masjid for that purpose. There you have it, guys. So I hope you guys enjoyed today's lesson. I hope it made sense to you guys. If you find it difficult, watch the video again, I would say. And let's have a look at some of the questions then. Right, let's have a look at some questions. What is the ruling of Tawaf Ziyarah? You tell me. The ruling of Tawaf Ziyarah is that it's fard, meaning you have to do it. Can a man have intimacy with his wife before this Tawaf? Yes or no? No, he can't. Why can't he? Because this Tawaf still has him in Ihram. Does a person have to do sa'i with this Tawaf? So if he did it with the Tawaf Qudum, then no. If he hasn't, then he must. What does a person do if he delayed the Tawaf after the days? So according to Abu Hanifa, he has to give dam. And according to Sahibain, no. What does it mean to stone the Jamarat on the 11th? So what it means, you go to the small one, the medium one, the large one, take 7 stones, 7 stones, 7 stones, 21 stones, and you throw the stones, and with each stone, you're hitting the rock. What does a person say with each stone? A person says, Allahu Akbar. And when does a person not stop for dua after stoning? So it's after the last one. After the last one, you don't stop for dua. For the other ones, you stop for dua. So Jazakallah khair, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching. And it really means a lot to me, you guys leaving comments, and it motivates me as well. And also, thank you very much to all my patrons for all the support that you guys have shown. May Allah give you immense barakah in this dunya and the akhirah. If anyone wants to become a Tawaf, anyone wants to become a patron as well, and Tawaf. If anyone wants to become a patron and want to support my channel, then please check out the description below. You can become a patron, you can make one-off donations, anything, is something that I would appreciate, helps me out a lot. And that's it, guys. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see you guys next time. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.